Today we're going to discuss time signatures. Time signatures are those numbers that you see at the beginning of a piece of music, like 4/4 or 3/4. Now, whether you're reading music or not, you'll always be playing within a time signature. And today we're going to discuss how we hear time and how we can define time. Let's start with 4/4 time. 4/4 time means that we have 4 pulses per measure or per bar. 4 pulses per measure, 4 beats per measure. Now that doesn't mean that's the rhythm. That means that that's the underlying pulse or beat that's in the measure, and that's defined with accents. So let's begin by just doing let's say four 4/4 measures with an accent on the first beat of each set of 4 beats. I'll just use one chord to demonstrate that, and we'll use a G chord with the accent on beat 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's because of that accent that the measures are now divided, or the time is divided into 4/4 time. If I were to now do 3/4 time as an example, I'm going to stress again the downbeat of the measure, but this time I'm only going to have 3 beats in the measure. Same idea. I'll count 3 as an intro. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, which is also known as waltz time. So 2 different kinds of time signatures, different types of time signatures. Duple, which means that any time signature that think of it being able to be divided by 2. So duple time, 2/4, 4/4, and 3/4 time, triple time. All right. So one more time. Let's just cover what we've discussed thus far. We have 4/4 time, and it gets its strongest pulse or strongest accent on the downbeat, just as 3/4 time does. So you're not going to hear the difference in your time signatures unless you place the accents in the right places. And the best place to start is to just accent that downbeat. So again, with 4/4 time, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 3/4 time, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Now, with 4/4 time, there's also a less strong accent on beat 3. Listen. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the way we most commonly hear 4/4 time, with an accent on beats 1 and beats 3. Now in 3/4 time, most commonly we only have the accent on that beat 1. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right. So think of 2 different time signatures, 3/4 and 4/4. But remember that the pulse or the beat is only defined into a time signature when you accent the beats according to either 4/4 time or 3/4 time. The accents that happen in 4/4 are beats 1 and beats 3, and the accent that happens in 3/4 is just on beat 1. For your own practice, you can just choose any single chord and just work through that basic one chord with either a 4/4 time or a 3/4 time. remembering that rhythm is something that's a little different. Rhythm begins to separate the pulse that we have in the time signature into smaller divisions, if you will, right? Smaller divisions or more complex divisions than just the pulse. So it's not really rhythm that we're talking about right now. It's really more, it more has to do with just laying down a pulse and getting a feel for either 4/4 time or 3/4 time, and placing those accents in the right places. So again, as I was saying, just pick a single chord, a comfortable chord, and just place those accents clearly with a nice deliberate attack of your right hand. When I say a deliberate attack, shy away from rolling across the strings. And nice clean attack like that, right? 2, 3, 4, or in 3/4 time, 1, 2, 3. And you can even do that without a chord and just practice with the strings muted. You can clearly hear that that's in 3/4 time, in 4/4 time, and it's really important, obviously, to have a nice, clear, clearly defined meter. That means you don't want to speed up or slow down. So you might want to try a metronome. Set the metronome at a marking that's really comfortable, and then try to lock into that to that metronome marking. I suggest a metronome marking of maybe around 100. A quarter note equals 100, and when you do that, just listen to the metronome and lock into the metronome. Lock in with either 4/4 time or 3/4 time. So that's a little bit about accents and about time signatures and about measures. So work on that and make sure that you keep your ears open and you listen for the beat points if you're using a metronome.